What's going on, Relentless Gang? This is your co-host, Clyde. Just giving you guys a quick heads up that we did experience some technical difficulties while recording the beginning of this episode. So things are not going to start how they usually do with our weekly recaps. But the good news is you did not miss a whole lot. Basically, we broke down the weekend talking about hosting the Manifesto Festival, which was a really great time. Zoe expressed how much she loves drinking milk. Tresor talked about how he got stung by a bee. And there is a chance that I had a concussion while recording this episode. So not a whole lot that you guys missed. Things pick up where we started talking about Keke Palmer and Usher and that whole fiasco. So enjoy this episode. Sorry about the technical difficulties again, and enjoy. Thanks, Relentless Gang.
That's what they say. Can
you repeat the back end of that? Sorry?
I'm just reporting the news. He said men are never wrong about shit like this. It just takes time to reveal itself like clockwork.
Okay, bet.
I'm just reporting the news. And to that you say?
That's my type of get your lick back though.
But what do you mean?
Like,
she got the lick.
What do you mean she got the lick?
There's no get your lick back when you were the one that licked.
He embarrassed her.
He embarrassed her?
That whole like calling around social media, oh, you're a mom. That to me is whack, and like you're trying to embarrass her because your ego is hurt.
But
you're trying to like shame her like publicly. Oh, you're a mom wearing that outfit. Like, why would you call her out on that publicly?
But can the reaction be said is the embarrassment if the initial thing was what he found embarrassing? Like if you embarrass me and then I embarrass you.
Now I'm getting my lick back.
And now you're embarrassing me again. That's not a lick back.
Why?
If I hit you and then I hit you back and then you hit me harder than like all these other times.
No, because we already.
I respect it. I respect it.
No, because we already canceled it out.
No.
Because now you're starting it again.
No.
Yes.
No one told you to go on social media and try to shame me for whatever outfit or me trying to be a mom and looking sexy or whatever. No one told you to do that.
So you, and I'm not agreeing with this guy. I'm just playing devil's advocate. So you want him to feel embarrassed and then just hold it and deal with the situation privately.
Yeah. Because I didn't, and like, to me, what she didn't intentionally go and, I don't think she went out there like, oh, my man's at home, I'm going to go,
not.
So my thing is like, yes, if she did that, and like I said, I was there. It didn't look like, okay, maybe, yeah. It didn't look like she was like engaging in any type of like sexual type of like entertainment with Usher. So you're taking a situation that literally could have been discussed privately. But my thing is, he could have said so many other things. Like, even if you really want to do like a public like jab, it could have been any other thing. Like, oh, like, wow, like my girl's really out here with Usher, or Usher's really, you know what I'm saying? That is different. You being like, you a mom, like, why are you trying to, like I'm like, what, she's not a good mom because she's wearing this outfit, or, oh, you're a mom, so you need to calm down. Like, I don't like that. Because women who are, like, to me, it's like, if you're a mom, that doesn't change, like, your level of, I don't know, social, whatever, fashion or something. Just because you're a mom doesn't mean you can't go out or you can't dress sexy or whatever. So don't try to shame women because they're mothers. They can't no longer, oh, you got to what? Head to toe, you got to cover up and you can't wear sexy.
It's a traditional principle.
It's whack.
Yeah. So basically, it's more about his maturity being like looked at.
100%.
So then at the same time, can the argument not be made that her doing this is not mature because it's fanning a fire that already should have been put out?
So you think that she should have just dead it? This should have never come up
ever
again.
Possible. I feel like if it is a problem, because we don't even know if it's really a problem in their house. They could have solved it already. And
for sure.
This could be a PR thing.
It could be done.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm saying, let's just say for argument's sake that it's still a sore spot.
Mm-hmm.
You as my wife now doing the video, which is going to rehash everything.
No, well, they're not married. It's not my wife.
Well, you as my girl.
Well, are we together?
Let's say they are. I don't know.
Well, are we? Because
they are. I'm saying this exact same situation.
Oh, so are they actually together? I thought they broke up.
I never heard that.
I thought they broke up. But anyways, go ahead.
Or whatever. You as whoever you are to me, I feel like this is just sending people back at me now. Like, if we wanted to dead this, I don't think this should have happened. I feel like that argument could be made. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that argument could be made.
She's kind of taking it to like a higher place that it never was at.
By being in the video?
Yeah,
now,
like this is
now,
a coordinated thing. Like this is very malicious.
Because you know that even if your intent was not to embarrass me, and I felt embarrassed, you know that this is going to embarrass me. Like you know that. There's no way you don't know that.
Like, this seems a little bit more. I don't know if the word is malicious, but maybe a little bit more intentional and thought was put behind this.
Is Keke Palmer? What's her?
Sorry, they're still together. Oh, they're still together. Yep. You Googled it.
So I just feel like
what's the source though?
If you, as my wife, did not want to embarrass me,
so maybe it is. If they're still together, maybe it is a PR stunt.
It could be. Well, we're just saying for argument's sake. But I just feel like this is setting me up to get embarrassed again.
Oh, you were worried about him? I'll give you something to worry about. Like, it's kind of wild.
But what if we watch the video and it's just calm? Like, what if they're not even? What if they watch the video and it's like, oh, it's just her in the video. Like, they don't really interact too much. Or if they're like, she's on him, like Sierra and 50 Cent and can't leave him alone type video.
That's kind of wild. She kind of in the wrong if it's like that.
You think so?
Yeah, you're taking it too far. Like, yeah, I think it's kind of. I don't know. I don't think it'll be like that though.
So you think this is why you need to learn your relationship lessons early?
Yes.
To see the signs.
You gotta. It seems like Keke Palmer's baby daddy. Like this is his first famous girlfriend. You know, this is his first.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, not that like every guy has a list of famous exes or something like that. But yeah, as a guy, I think it's beneficial to take your bumps from a young age. Kind of have some of those. I also think though too, like you just learn a lot from a breakup. You know? Or just. I don't know. It can traumatize you too. Like I don't.
It depends. So it depends on what side of the fence you're on. Because I know that there's two types of guys. There's the guys that have to learn on their own, and there's the guys that probably grew up around older guys who've taught them things young. So the way that they maneuver is a little bit different, and they still feel stuff or stuff still happens to them, but it happens in a bit of a different way than when you have to learn on your own. Because I know for me,
but which one would you rather? Would you rather?
I'd rather have the advice of the older.
Really,
I would for sure. Because
don't you think that kind of skews you sometimes though?
Yes, but I feel like you can navigate things better or talk through things easier. Because I know for me, I wish I had like an older guy or like a me in my life when I was younger. That's why I try to be that as much as I can. Like for my nephew, even though he like does his own thing, I try to be that. Where it's like, if I see him, because I follow him on Instagram too. If he's posting something, he'll post something like something happens with a girl that he's mad at, and like he's going back and forth with her on Instagram. I'll tell him, I'll be like, bro, take that down. Like, you look crazy. And I just wish I had someone when I was young to tell me, you look crazy. I never had that. I had to go through that myself and then afterwards be like, yo, I looked crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that again. There's a lot of things that you can prevent if you just have someone else there.
Tell you look crazy.
I wish I had an older person when I was younger to be like, yo, don't text her back. Like, yo, she's moving like this, just delete her number. Like, don't talk to her no more. I know you want to,
but that's what
just
builds
don't
character,
do it.
Though.
But I feel like you can learn from other people's mistakes. You don't have to.
Can you really learn from other people's mistakes?
I can tell you, as the guy, as the guy who in his teenage years and university and stuff was like in relationships and taking them serious and stuff and having, I've talked about it on this podcast, had some pretty traumatic moments and stuff.
Like the girl peeing on you.
I wouldn't put that in that category. That was just gross and unhygienic.
That'd be traumatic for me.
No, the one
pee on your leg. That's not yours.
Like the basketball players and cheating and stuff like that. You know,
hot pee on your leg. That's not yours. That is traumatic.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's a different kind of trauma.
Because the pee is hot. Like there's a hot yellow liquid coming down my leg that is not from my body.
Yeah, getting peed on's bad.
Like, did it smell?
I don't think this is what we... Can you continue what you're saying, good sir?
What was I saying?
You were talking
about... the state of my head right now. I can't...
Because it's not
No, stop.
What?
Stop. He was in the middle of saying something
No, keep going. No. Like, get it out.
We don't need to talk about piss.
Why? Why are you so mad?
Because why are we talking about piss?
It just came into my head.
What were we even talking about?
I don't remember.
You said being the guy...
Yeah,
like, in dad mode.
As the guy that was like just getting into too many serious relationships and like bump in my head. Having those like moments where it was like you find out, you know, kind of makes you a little jaded. Kind of makes you a little not wanting, not like, hey, I'm not about this anymore. I'm not trying to do this. Yeah, like
Fair.
that's. I feel like you can learn without having to bump your head, you know?
Or
you don't
even-
need to have the trauma to know
Yeah.
that it's bad and that you should avoid it and things like that. There are definitely ways that to experience
Or
and
I
go
would
through
say,
it.
even if you go through the trauma and you do end up jaded, I think just having someone to talk to that tells you that what you're going through is normal and like the best ways to navigate it definitely helps.
Right.
I think that definitely would help if there's just someone old. That's why I used to be so jealous of like some of my homies that had like his older brother and all of his friends. I was like, yo, you could just get advice so easily. Or if something's going on, you could be like, yo, she said this. What do I say? Because I feel like girls do that a lot. Girls will group up and be like,
The group chat.
say this or say this. Guys,
No.
we don't really do that. Like, we'll just handle stuff on our own. And I've definitely said crazy stuff or looked ridiculous and looked stupid just because I'm trying to freestyle life and I've never gone through any situation like this.
Real
That's
shit.
real, because the
It's
amount
very,
of
very real
times
shit.
like I've gathered with like, if any of my friends have ever written a guy a paragraph, I want you to know there's 4 other authors behind that paragraph. If you've received a well-written paragraph from a girl, I'm telling you, there are 4 other girls who are writing stuff and copying and pasting
And
and,
let me tell you
adding
something.
stuff.
We can tell.
Yeah, we know when we're fighting a whole group chat.
We
You know?
can tell.
We know when you got Quentin Millers.
I've
we know.
called it out. I've
know when
called
you
it
got
out
ghost
before.
You said you didn't write this?
I've called it out before. I've seen the paragraph and I was like, I know exactly what friend. I was like, yo, she wrote this. I've said that because we know
We
how
know
you
you.
talk.
We know who you are. You know, versus your friends. We can tell when you're making a decision that you were influenced and bullied into by
when
your
the girl
group
just
chat.
starts using big words that she never uses
yeah,
before.
I'm the friend who's like,
And
yo,
starts-
say this.
and starts-
Use this word.
You're catastrophizing
Correct.
it. You know, like
Perfect.
what's the word? What am I saying? Catastrophe.
Catastrophize it.
It's a therapy word. That's what I'm trying to.
I've never.
I've never heard of that.
Catastrophe.
And when they start using
catastrophe eyes. I don't know. That's the root word.
when they start using perfect pronunciation also.
When that CBD language starts coming out, yeah,
it
it's
starts.
bad.
I think I saw a tweet like that. It's like when it sounds like a resignation letter.
No,
or a
it's
law
HR.
firm.
When you
Yeah,
start talking
HR,
to him
it's
like you're from HR.
I have decided to remove myself
Self
from
from
this situation. I will no longer be speaking to you, and I feel like as long as this disrespect continues, I will move accordingly. Like, you don't talk like that. That's not you.
Yes, it is.
Give
No,
me-
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
Bro,
it's
I'm
not.
telling you,
Flashbacks.
one
Holy
thing about
shit.
me,
That's not you.
if a man that I'm talking to or a man that I'm dating pisses me off, you are getting the full HR treatment.
But that's why.
You're getting the full me at my desk writing this letter. That's what you're getting from me.
See, but this is why.
You're getting thank you from this message,
Nah.
Clyde.
See, but this is why
As you
I
may
like.
know, what you did last night was unacceptable and belittling. And I just want you to really go into your brain and think about what you just did next time you decide to come.
Holy
That
smokes.
is me.
Nah.
Like,
Girls-
I'm gonna really come at you, make you feel small in a
they'll
professional
they'll
way.
sit on
Gonna
it.
belittle him.
Don't belittle me. One thing about me, I don't like shame or I don't like embarrassment.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do something to embarrass me or make me feel type of way, I promise you're getting the HR belittling treatment. You're my employee today.
But you know what's crazy? I like
How's that, Trent?
when there's beef
No,
or when a girl has
don't embarrass
tension
me.
or static with me, the
The
text,
employment treatment.
You're my employee today.
the text beef and the text attitude and energy never matches the in-person energy.
Oh, for
Yo,
me,
I was about to
That's
say,
why-
I hate a girl that has bars and just goes crazy on text. Yo, they don't have that, energy
same
on the
girl
phone.
who gets her paragraph peer evaluated. If I pull up on
You're
you,
evaluating.
if I pull up on you in person, I'm like, yo, what's the issue? She's gonna be like, you're just like, I just don't like how you did that. I will eat you up in person. You may eat in text, but I'm gonna eat in person.
I had a girl that refused to talk. She would be like, "This is all like a lot for me to think about right now." So I just like I got to think about this in order to have a response. And she just wouldn't engage in person. She wouldn't like.
That,
Wait,
'cause she doesn't
sorry,
know how
what?
to talk.
We would be like, "Okay, we need to talk," and we would talk, and I'd say my thing, and she'd be like, "I got to think about this." And we'll talk about this later. And it's like, no, like, let's have a conversation. Process, you know?
Because they can't revert to their girls in person. They don't know what to say.
I won't lie. I have a very like quick tongue, so my in-person energy might.
Yeah, you're
be,
built for that.
Yeah, my in-person energy might even be worse than my text energy.
Some girls need those peer evaluated.
for sure, and I've definitely been a
paragraphs.
ghostwriter. I've 100% been a ghostwriter.
I bet
multiple
you're a good
times.
ghostwriter.
Yeah. Dude, what do you mean? Of course you have.
I have only had. There's only been one situation where I've ever gotten something that I wrote peer evaluated, and I asked women, like I asked my homegirls, because there was a very specific situation where I was like, yo, I need her to feel me. Like I don't want to miss a beat on anything. So I explained the situation, and I sent them my first draft, and they came back with a second draft.
Is hilarious.
They came
For
back
real.
with a draft. We were on FaceTime typing it out, and at
Word.
the end, I was like,
Was this the
this is
Fireball
good.
story?
Fireball story.
When you were drinking in your room with Fireball?
Oh,
Like, is
no,
it
no,
the same
no.
situation?
That was where. That was after this. The Fireball situation. That's when I needed an
led to
older homie. That's when I needed an older homie to be like, "Yo, you look crazy right now." But
Okay.
no, this was afterwards, and it worked.
Yeah.
It definitely worked. She felt it. She felt terrible, and I was glad.
Honestly,
Got your shit off.
the
Yeah,
you
I
look
did.
crazy right now. Like, I won't lie. I'm the friend to tell you like when you look crazy, but sometimes you have to look crazy.
I don't think
You know,
so.
those
I do not think
sometimes-
you have to look crazy,
Sometimes you do.
especially not in public. You don't have to look crazy.
But what I'm saying, like, you have to. I feel like people need to have a situation where you have to look crazy because you have to learn. Like, I'm telling.
What do you mean?
I don't
What do you
think
mean,
so.
Zoe?
Yeah, like there's situations where it's like, bro, like you can never let some. Like, I feel like if you don't feel it, you have to know like you can never let someone bring you to that place again.
But you can look crazy in private.
This is kind of what
Yes,
I'm.
but
No,
I-
Zoe, this is what I'm saying is that like as the guy that went through it, you don't always need to cross the line to know
But
where
I've
the
also
line
been
is,
through
you
it
know?
where like I've been at a situation where I'm like, okay, I will like I know what this felt like and I know how I reacted and I would never let a man bring me to that place ever again. But I had to feel it to know it. Like me, you witnessing it's kind of like, oh, you know, like I don't ever want that to happen to me, but you don't generally know what that feels like. And when you feel it, you don't ever want to go back there. So you'll do everything in your power to be a different person or be accountable enough to never get back to that place where you were at.
Yeah, but
you know
that's
what I mean?
But that's a slippery slope because you're talking about the like the feeling, the emotion. You definitely, yeah, you have to go through the emotions. You have to go through the feelings, but how you respond to it and how you project it and act outwardly, that is the part that could be kept under wraps. Because I've had situations where I felt terrible, and then I went out and did something crazy.
But what do you mean by like? What do you mean by look crazy like in front of a lot of people? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I feel like you look crazy in your actions. The emotion, you can have that emotional feeling,
Right.
But the response to that can be private. You look crazy when you're responding publicly.
And the thing is, so like that's like a thing like you said, like you really don't like embarrassment. Sometimes like you looking crazy is something that like you've like created, like not that like it's not to the not that it doesn't exist,
Right.
but like if you communicate and are on the same page with your person, like other outsiders aren't gonna know exactly what the internal workings of that are. So
Right,
like if
okay.
they don't understand, it can look crazy, but that doesn't mean you're doing something crazy.
For instance,
you know,
it's like-
you can get caught up in that. You could think like it's like, you know, you're really looking a certain way. I feel like that happens to girls a lot, where it's like they'll go and announce a guy cheating and all the wrongdoings he said. And it's like no one knew this.
That's what I'm saying. You
until
exposed
you
yourself.
made it a thing. You know.
Okay, fair.
You expose yourself and you look crazy because we didn't know that he cheated on you until
Right.
you told us.
Looking crazy really is like a
So
personal
now you look
kind of
crazy,
thing, you know.
And
But no
then
one
on-
likes embarrassment.
And then on
you know,
top
so.
of that, if now you get back together with him after you just blew everything up, you look even more crazy.
Right.
And that all could have been stopped if you just didn't say anything.
So have you publicly looked crazy?
To a certain degree, I've looked crazy to people that know the situation. Like maybe the outside, like maybe the girl and her friends, or like whoever has heard the story. I've
Right.
looked crazy, but not publicly where I've aired out a situation. I've never aired a situation,
Okay.
but there's definitely been like a group of people who would have said that I looked crazy.
Okay.
And I'd be mad at stuff like that. I'd be mad at my friends because afterwards I'd be like, how come you guys didn't stop me? How come none of you told
Sometimes
me
you
that I
gotta
looked
learn,
crazy?
man.
And I feel like that's
I
the
won't lie.
difference.
To me, I'm very grateful for those crazy moments because I'm so much more self-aware and accountable now at me being like 27 and grown. Like me at 21 and the craziness that I used to do, I'm so grateful for that.
But yo, Chisor, don't you think that like what you're saying, like it's almost like, you ever had a friend where it's like, hey, they're not gonna, they need to go do this. I can stop
need
what's
to
about
touch
to
the-
happen.
Because sometimes, but it's real.
Some people
Sometimes
are like
you
that.
I care
can
about
try
you and
to
your
talk
growth,
to people
so-
and they're not hearing you. You know, if you don't listen, you must feel.
Yeah.
That's literally the saying that Jamaicans say. Sometimes you try to, listen, don't do it. And then I hear it's like, all right, do it. And you're going to get hurt and you're going to look crazy. And sometimes you got to do it and you know not to do it again.
I think that's a different situation though. Because that's certain people. Some people do need to touch the stove to feel that it's hot.
Absolutely. And I was one of those people.
I'm not one of those people.
Oh, I was.
If you tell me it's hot, I'm not going to touch
No,
it.
I
I
need-
do
I
know
need to see
friends
how
that
hot.
they need to touch it.
I need to see how hot.
I kind of need to.
Like,
too.
is it like
I
I'm
kinda,
like go to hospital hot or like I can just shake it off hot?
I need
You
to
know
find
what I'm
out.
saying?
I do
know.
not. I do not.
I need to know.
And that's why when I tell my friend, but I feel like that's the difference with guys and with girls. That situation, when I told my friends, yo, how come you guys let me look crazy? How come no one stopped me? They were like, yo, like, we didn't know what you were really doing. Like, we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know the full extent. Because, like, guy, we're not as, like, we don't communicate everything that's
openly.
going on with, our homies.
I think men should do that more.
They should.
I
yeah.
feel like men don't really communicate their relationship issues with their dogs. I feel like you should a little bit more.
I don't know.
To a certain extent. I mean, I've also learned to not do it too much because sometimes as women, we do it too much. Where it's like, okay, now we have too many opinions, too many cooks in the kitchen. Now my
Yeah.
head's getting twisted up. You know what I'm saying?
I do think men do it more
But
than you
certain
probably can.
times, certain times I feel like, okay, you should probably go to your dogs about this.
Or I feel like guys, you probably have, like, one friend that you do that to.
Yeah.
I feel like a group chat full of men is not really the place for smart,
No,
emotional
I agree.
advice.
I don't think so either. But also, I've had a situation not that long ago where, like, I told my friends, like, oh, yeah, like, him and I are, like, no longer. And they're like, whew. And I'm like, what the Like, literally. And they're like, oh, yeah, like, yeah, he wasn't the one.
Yeah.
But
But
I was
realistically,
like, why? Like, when did y'all? Why
no,
did anyone?
that happens. Sometimes you'll just have to let your friend rock. Like,
Yeah,
because
like your
I don't
friend
want
can be
to.
stubborn or hard-headed about something. Like,
Or also at the same token, I don't want to be a hater. I may not
Right.
like the guy that you're with, but I'm not gonna say nothing. But then when you guys break up, you'll be like, okay, yeah, I didn't like him, so
Yeah.
whatever.
To me, it's like, bro, say that then.
Nah, I don't
I
want
mean,
to.
I understand why you wouldn't say it, but to me, I'm like, damn, like, y'all let me spend how many months just with this man and y'all didn't tell me that he was rubbing y'all the wrong way?
you knew?
Yeah, some of my friends have exes that I don't like, but I would never tell them that I don't like them because I
Right.
feel like it's still, even to a small degree, like I don't want to put that seed in your head.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, man. If you have younger homies, just keep an eye out for
Guide them.
Yeah, guide them.
Yeah, guide them, but don't guide them too much.
I don't know, but also on a different token, that's just hurts. So what do you feel like what he was saying about heartbreak and all that stuff? And like, I'm in my first relationship now. A lot of people told me, like, when I was younger and the whole time that I was single, people were like, yo, like, whenever you haven't been through a relationship now, whenever you feel your first heartbreak, it's gonna be crazy. And I'm like, I don't think so, because yeah, I may never have been heartbroken, but I've still been through situations to a degree where the hurt may hurt more because I'm more invested in someone,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna crash out because I've been through certain
But you've
situations.
had situationships.
Yeah.
I feel like situationship fallouts can sometimes be way worse than relationship fallouts. I think so.
They can be.
They can be, or just as bad.
It depends
I
what they
think
do.
so. I feel like, well, if
or
you're,
and it depends how much you like them.
yeah, I feel
Or
like
just if it ends in spectacular fashion, you walk in on them doing something crazy or something. Like it can.
situationship fallouts can be almost as bad as
and that's how I
relationship
ended
fallouts.
up drinking Fireball in my room in the dark, listening to Marvin's Room.
See? Oh, you're kind of new here, but yeah, that story was a situationship story.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Situationships can be just as bad as relationship breakups.
But they're good because he didn't need to fully have that
Yeah,
experience
so would
younger
you rather
and
a
still.
situationship breakup than a relationship breakup? Do you feel like there's much of a difference? Because you're more
Yeah.
invested in a relationship,
Yeah,
so you feel
a
okay.
situationship is a slow burn of an ending.
Right.
It'll end and you don't even know it ended, and you kind of gotta like.
Because men
months
always
late.
come back.
I guess, but like I feel like in a relationship where it's someone you're dating, like there's usually a hard, there's
But is
usually
there science
a big
behind that?
fight. There's usually a decisive moment.
What is the science behind that? As me being the only woman in the room and there's four men
men
in here,
coming back?
What is the whole with men always trying to spin the
that
block?
women break up with you before that they break up? Like they break up with you in their head, like months and months before they actually do it. So they move on a lot easier and better. So they're a lot farther along in that process. So when men get broken up with, they like almost prolong it, they put it off, so then it catches up to them very far down the line, which is when like spinning the block, I feel like.
But are you talking about in a situationship or a relationship?
Both.
I feel like on one side, guys might like, we'll poke our head out just to see if you're still rocking with us. I've definitely, sometimes you just want to spin it.
Like, sometimes you wanna run it back.
Yeah, sometimes you want to spin back, or especially if it's been a long time. If me and you used to talk, or we used to rock with each other in 2018, and I haven't seen you until 2022, I might be like, I wonder.
What is she up to these days?
I wonder if she's still about it. So I might check the temperature, or
I hate
also,
that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. If we're gonna be honest. Since I'm the first
Why
one
are
to
you
be
doing so
Because I want to be
Why
honest.
there's so many
Because
actions?
guys are gonna feel me, but men are gonna act like they don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, go
Sometimes it's like, yo, if we hooked up when I was young, I need to show you what I've learned now.
you
Like,
said- Oh,
yeah.
I'm way better.
You caught me in my rookie season. Like
If we
I'm
were
a vet now.
If we were 18 when we hooked up, I'm 27 now. I've learned a whole new bag of tricks. So you need to. That can't be your last memory of me. So I might spin back to try to,
show
give
her
you an
how
update.
I've improved.
See how my firmware is updated.
I also feel like,
That's real.
no disrespect to men, but I feel like sometimes you guys think that you guys are upgrading when you're really not. Like, I've had situations with old work where they're like, yo, like, come over, blah, blah. It's been years. And I'm come over. I'm like, bro, like.
Well, that's unfortunate.
the
I can only
same
speak for
type
myself.
But my thing is also, you have to realize, you guys are not having sex with yourselves, right?
Yes.
So you
But-
don't really know. Like, yes, you may
Of
think,
course
oh,
not,
yeah,
but I feel like-
I'm arching my back and I'm doing all this great work and I'm thrusting and busting and turning or shit up. And it's like, you're not really, though.
But I feel like from your engagements throughout that period of time, you should, if you are honest and real with yourself, you should be able to know if you've made improvements in that category. I think it's people who are delusional that stay the same. If you're getting different reactions now versus back then, you could probably be like, okay, I've probably improved. Or if you've learned different stuff, you've learned different moves, and it's fared well in the field,
Right.
then okay, I've probably learned some new moves. And
You gotta be
now,
honest with yourself,
the
yeah.
last time that you saw me, I was 19. I wasn't doing any of this, so now I'm trying to.
I didn't have a step back before. I didn't have like an in
I
and
added
out
new
dribble.
moves to my game.
Like it was all back to the basket, post work and everything. I got a mid-range game.
Of course.
I could shoot the long ball 35, 40 feet. I'm a long-range shooter now. You don't like I scored 14 points a game back when you met me. Averaging
Especially-
30. I'm a leading I'm one of the top
Averaging
5 scorers
30
in the
okay.
league now. Like what do you
Yo.
mean?
Okay.
You gotta come find out.
It can literally be as simple as the last time we hooked up, I was still at age where like I wasn't really eating coochie. It could be something as simple as that.
Fair.
It's like we're in a whole different world now. So this whole the game's gonna be different.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want that to be your lasting memory of me.
I don't want that to be. I don't know. To me, it's always like I've had situations with guys where I'm like, okay, like it's done. Like I think it's done. And my friends are always like, yo, like give it a couple months. Like he's going to come back. And I'm like, but even when they come back, I'm like, bro, that shit, it's dead. Like I don't get it.
Yeah. Now the intentions of the comeback, that is what could be questioned. Because you may think, because sometimes I feel like that might be women ego, where they're like, oh, look at him back on my phone. He still wants me. No, I just want to
But
slap.
sometimes, even if you just want to slap, like we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like we actually don't need to do that.
It's failed for me too, though. I'm not gonna act like it's 100. I've tried to
Me
spin the
too.
block and it didn't work. That's happened too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
Life.
Ow.
Life.
I think men need to stop doing that because it's just not.
I don't know. It's not gonna happen.
Not good too.
But I think a lot of girls just don't do it because pride.
Yeah.
Ego. Like
But like
girls
I
don't
said-
want to spin back and get rejected. So you guys don't spin.
There's no way I'm spinning back and getting rejected. There's no way.
No, there's very possible. If
There's no way.
if you're not aware of his situation and he's in a situation and you try to spin at that same time, he's gonna
You have to
reject
do
I have a lot
crazy-
of block
That's
spins,
where
man.
I would have to do crazy research before I spin back.
See, guy, we're not doing that. If I see you right now, it's on.
Post a new
We're not
picture.
researching the spin back.
Yeah, and then I also don't like.
We don't have time for that.
Yeah.
If your picture popped up on Instagram and you look good, I'm DMing you at that moment.
I don't think this fat's a shooter.
And
That's
then you
what
get
it
the,
is.
oh, I sorry, I have a man now.
Then it's like, oh, okay, I'm happy for you. And then that's it. I move on with my
yeah.
day. I move on with my
Check
day.
that temperature immediately.
Yeah.
Fair. I don't know.
Stove's on.
Yeah. It's just, to me, it's like, I feel like you have to learn. Yeah, it's like getting drunk for the first time.
Should I give me those?
You have
those
to
headphones one more time?
learn your limit.
Man.
Like, you have to get drunk to know how to navigate alcohol. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So that's my point.
And specific ones. Do you have a story of like a specific alcohol that you don't drink anymore because you're scarred?
Vodka.
Yeah, vodka.
Whew.
I drank like
Yeah.
a whole 2.6 in a hot tub or something like that. And
Did you drown or almost drown?
well, like when you're in a hot tub, your pores open up, so you get more drunk the more that you drink.
100%.
It like a shot.
And the
like,
heat obviously gets to you as well.
and I just remember getting out and drying off and sitting down, and like the whole living room was on the ceiling, and it was just like
Hold on. I'm so sorry.
it was
You-
bad spins. I'm describing very
The
bad.
whole living room was on the ceiling.
Yeah, just like everything was just spinning. It felt like the
That's one of the worst.
it felt like the furniture
feelings
was on
to
the
me.
ceiling. You know, like
Like the
when it's
alcohol
spinning?
spins. Oh, I want to like literally
Yeah.
throw myself into a garbage can.
It's bad. I had an experience with Henny. I've come back to it these days, but I didn't drink Henny for a very, very long time. I don't know if I've ever told this story. So one of my homegirls, it was her birthday. This was like 2016, 2017. She was having a little party on the rooftop. We all came. There wasn't really that many people, so I don't know if her boyfriend at the time kind of felt bad. So he's like, yo, we're going to go to Luxie's. I'm like, all right, cool. So we go to Luxie's. There's probably 9, 10 of us in the booth. I don't know if, I think her boyfriend must have been a scammer, or he was definitely a hood man, but I don't know what type of operation he had going on. But he started buying bottles of Henny, right? And the Henny just kept coming and coming and coming to the point where literally, no exaggeration, you could ask anybody that was there. You know some of my friends who were there. You could ask them at a later time. We each had a bottle of Henny to ourselves.
dangerous.
All of us. Oh my God. So I was
Problematic.
facing the Henny. I was drinking Henny straight out the bottle. No chase, nothing. And I didn't really eat that day either. So from other people's accounts, they said that they were telling me, yo, like, you got to chill. Like, chill out. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I remember the club ending, trying to walk out the club. And then I remember being on the floor in the Luxie's parking lot, throwing up. Like, I'm in the parking lot. Like, people can see me. I am on the floor throwing up. And I know this
What do you
because
mean
there's
on the
footage.
floor?
I'm sitting on the pavement in the Luxie's parking lot, throwing up.
Like on all fours?
No, like sitting down, like with my legs crossed, trying to drink water. There's footage.
ew.
There's footage of this that never needs to come out. So then I remember being in the car, throwing up out the window,
Oh my God.
knocked out. There's a picture of me sleeping with a bag strapped to my face. Like, it's just bad.
Yo,
It's
I
bad.
know those.
It's
I know
bad.
those, bro.
I remember stumbling into the house, and then I had a hangover for 2 days. That was the first time I ever in my life had a 2-day hangover. That was the worst feeling in the world. And I never drank Henny for like 4 years after that.
When you have a friend who's a thrower upper, there's been time you literally have to put their head in a plastic bag. Like, you literally, I've duct taped a plastic bag to.
That's crazy.
What?
That's wild.
You're not gonna open my car, bro. You're not gonna open my car, and I don't trust you enough to get out the window. So I will duct tape a plastic bag.
Duct
Bro,
tape is crazy.
I'm not gonna say who the friend was, but I have a friend who cannot hold her liquor, like, for shit. And we were on a trip, and she was white-girl wasted. I'm talking like we had to carry her like to the room, carry her from the bathroom to the bed. I literally put her head in the garbage can.
Is it who I think it is?
Probably.
Is it? Yeah, I think
We put her in the bed. I put on her side, and I put the garbage can
On her head?
like Because I didn't want her to throw up in the bed. The worst thing is waking up to vomit in the bed. So I was like, bro, put her head in the garbage can. So if she yaks, it will just go in the garbage can. So I literally made her like.
So her face is like this, and it's like her
yes. So
she's facing the inside of the can.
Instead of the pillow, it's the garbage can here.
I don't think that's. I feel like a smarter thing is like
That's crazy.
laying
You can't
them.
do a paper bag. They'll
No, but
suffocate.
no, that's why you just lay them sideways or like where their head is almost hanging off the bed and the can is right there on the floor. So they'll just.
The way that the furniture was positioned in the room, it wouldn't work. So I tried that too.
Damn.
I was like, bro, you have to put her head in the can. So I literally just
that's
like
crazy.
gently lifted her head and put her head in the can, and she fell asleep.
That's wild.
Waking up to a garbage can on your head is crazy.
I think she, yeah. Well, I mean, she slept. When I realized, okay, she's not gonna throw up again, I pulled it off. But left her? Well, our rooms are connected, so like my friend was in the other room too. So we had 2 rooms, 2 girls in each room, and our rooms are connected. So I was like, bro, leave her head in the garbage can, because if she throws up and she's on her side, at least it'll go in the garbage can instead of on the bed or like on the floor.
I don't know. I know they say you're not supposed to leave someone that throws up.
No, you're not supposed
But I
to.
have friends that are like notorious for throwing up and knocking out, and I've definitely left them.
Where?
If it's
By
like
themselves?
no, not like out, but like if we put you somewhere to sleep, I'm not staying in this room with you. If this is the 17th time that you've knocked out, I'm going back to the party. You'll be fine. I'll come check on you in like 20 minutes. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you put them on their side or on their stomach, or like put pillows behind them so they don't roll over onto. Because if they roll over on their back, they can choke, right? So you got to keep them on their side. So if they do throw up in their sleep, it just goes out. But sometimes I'll just like hold it down.
Yeah, it's funny. Have you ever noticed or have you ever witnessed like a younger sibling or family member being drunk for the first time? And it's hilarious. That happened to me with my little cousin. I remember she came home one day and like she was visibly drunk, and it was hilarious because she was trying to act like she wasn't, and she's just like, I just need some water and my head kind of hurts. I was like, okay, yeah, I know what this is. And like we didn't even make it hot or nothing, and then she just like knocked out in my cousin's bed. I just went, put a garbage can right under her. I was like, yeah, you know, it's a rite of passage.
First birthday was I was wasted, like extremely drunk. They had to carry me out of the club. Oh no, they didn't carry me. I think I like held my friend's hand, but like I threw up in the club, like in the bathroom. And that's how I knew Cam was a writer, because I literally was about to throw up in the toilet in the bathroom, and my earring fell in the toilet, and Cam reached it.
Oh no, that earring's gone. It's gone.
Shout out
That's
to
gone.
Cam, man.
No,
Cam's
that's gone.
That's gone.
For an earring, that's gone.
Cam's a great friend.
That's gone.
Cam reached in and grabbed the earring and shook it off.
No, that's gone.
I don't think there was any vomit in the toilet at that point. I think I was putting my head into vomit. She saw my ear, and
Still,
she reached
toilet
in.
water.
It was toilet water. It was toilet water for sure. And she reached in and she grabbed my earring and she shook it off. And then I threw up. And then I was like, get me home immediately. And I got to the point where I think I was drinking. I think we had like Henny or vodka or maybe both. And then they brought out champagne. I used to know the guys who owned the club or whatever. Then they brought me the champagne. There's a video of me millie rocking hard. My dress falls off and I millie rock to swoop the strap back up and continue. Then they bring out the champagne. I face it and there's no more videos of me for the rest of the night. Like I went to the bathroom, threw up. I said, bro, get me out of here. All my friends, my close friends came. We're in the Uber, and I'm in the Uber, and I'm like, yo, open the door. And they're like, what? I'm like, open the door right now. Like, open the door right now. And they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, open the door. And I open the door, and I just, all my guts, my whole life just comes out. And I close the door, and I'm like, okay, let's go back. And they're all like, you're never going back.
See, one thing I can say.
I'm that person. I'll vomit and then I'm like upgraded. I'm
let's
good.
go
I'm
back.
good.
Yeah, same. I will throw up and be good.
I can come
But
back.
one thing I will say I know about myself
Redemption.
is I'm not a loose cannon vomiter. Even if I'm blacked out, I'm gonna make it out the window. I'm gonna make it in a bag. I'm gonna make it around the corner. Like I will never just throw up all over somebody's car or in someone's house. Like that will never
agree.
happen.
Yeah.
That will never ever happen.
I'm not like that either.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. So what about you? What are you scarred from?
I said vodka.
But what happened?
I drank it in a hot tub. But there was another time, though, for my friend Keishani's birthday, and think we're at F Stop. I don't know if you guys ever remember that spot. It's a place called F Stop.
Oh, I remember F Stop. Yeah.
And like, I just remember there was like I don't know if this even counts as like drinking because there was like a lot of mental health things that went into this, and I just remember.
Damn, way to make it dark.
Yeah, I don't see. I'm not allowed to be serious here. I don't know. Yeah, I blacked out for like 8 hours. I remember, but it was
8 hours.
Yeah. There's just 8 hours of my life that just don't exist. Yeah.
Holy. So at what age does
Facing
that
things, you know, like just
what age does that stop? Like, when do you learn your limit? Like, what is the last suitable age to get belligerently drunk? Because I feel like once you pass a certain age, that shouldn't be happening.
I feel like
anymore.
after 22, you should know yourself and know your body and know like what is too much and when you're hitting your limit.
It might
Wait,
be
what age,
higher than
sorry?
that.
22.
What age should that stop?
22 to stop blacking out?
Yeah.
No.
It might be older than that.
Older for sure.
But I'm talking about
32 to
32?
stop blacking out?
29 blacking out.
Yes.
hold
yes.
on, but hold on. I'm talking about like consistently, because you could get caught slipping. It happens to everybody. You could get caught slipping. If you black out like once that year, I'm not gonna hold that against you. I'll talk about like this is a repeat. You're a repeat offender of this. I don't think that should happen past a certain age.
I'm not gonna. I don't get that. Like I blacked out that one time I'm talking about is the only time I've ever just like completely just forgotten.
I've
shit,
blacked
you know?
out multiple times, but
I've blacked out multiple times too.
I think the last time that I fully blacked, well, there's blackout where you're okay, and there's blackout where you're not okay. The last
I don't know
time-
what's okay.
What's
What is-
okay blackout?
I don't know. I don't agree. I don't agree with that.
I think
I've never had a blackout when I'm okay. I'm
No.
blackout.
no, I think okay blackout is just where you just don't remember what happened. A not okay blackout is where you threw up, you knocked out, people had to carry you. Those are two different things.
I see. Okay, yeah.
Because
yeah.
I blacked out in Miami for sure. We went to a party. I don't remember anything that happened at that party.
But you didn't die. There's,
No,
okay,
I
there's
didn't
blacking
die.
out and there's blacking out and dying.
I died. The last time I died, I think it was during COVID. It was 2020. Actually, Mucho had a party, and I died.
Was it Halloween?
I don't think it was. Yes.
Why do you have
yes.
flashbacks?
No. Yes.
yeah, you look at
Yes.
your flashbacks.
Yes. I think it was Halloween. It was Halloween, and I died. And I kind of held it together for the most part while we were there. But by the time we left, I died.
I remember that day.
I died. I woke up. So what happened was, we were drinking bare different alcohol. And my friends now, they'll show me videos of me stumbling through the streets of Toronto, knocking over garbage cans and stuff, like crashing into garbage cans. It was crazy. All I remember was I woke up, did my regular morning stretch. I went into the bathroom, turned on the sink, washed my hands. I looked up in the mirror and I paused for a second. And I was like, what are these patches on me?
That's crazy. You didn't even remember the hospital.
Like, I had like patches on me.
What?
And I'm like, yo. So I called my cousin. I'm like, yo, come up here for a second. Like, what happened? The man's like, bro. So what I think happened was we came home. I was fine. We came home. They put me to bed. I got up, I think probably to try to use the bathroom or something. And some point between going to the bathroom and from my room, I dropped. Like I probably hit the floor and dropped or something, right? I made a big noise, like boom. My aunt and uncle heard that noise. And they came down the stairs and saw me like on the ground.
You told us
Story.
this
Yeah,
as a
you told us
guest
this.
on your first
Yeah,
appearance
yeah,
before
yeah.
you were even a co-host.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's what happened.
You've told me this story.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of extra. They were shook. So they called like the
911,
ambulance. It wasn't necessarily necessary.
Yeah, I remember this
But
story.
they called the ambulance. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's wild. No, yeah. I think, there's no, I would say, like early 30s is when you stop blacking out. Because I think the older you get, the easier it is to black out.
Maybe my one blackout experience was so bad, like I've never touched anywhere near
Yeah,
that.
so you don't go hard.
Yeah, you don't go hard.
No, but
You
like,
don't go hard.
fam,
Even at the girls.
I woke up outside of like a Tim Hortons, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
What?
yeah, like I woke up like somewhere
Where were your friends?
and my shit was gone.
Where
Like,
were your friends? Where were your friends?
What do you mean your shit was gone? You got robbed?
They're like, yo, Chris, you're at the club 1 second, and then another second you weren't there. And there's a large period of time where I don't know what happened.
See, this is the one thing though that I kind of don't like, or that like that situation should not have happened, because even if like
Sorry. Let's just rewind. You said you woke up outside of a Tim Hortons? Like on the pavement?
On a bench.
that's crazy. No, that shouldn't have happened. That's
I've
unacceptable.
never had anything close to that happen.
That shouldn't have happened
ever again.
And I'm not even talking.
But it was bad. No, but this is why I'm saying, like, I could make it really dark and explain why I got there like that and everything.
No,
like, there was a lot of bad things that was going on.
But I'm not even
Like,
talking
shit.
from your perspective. That is unacceptable, and that should not have happened with your friends. Like, there's no way.
I think I was like 19 though, or 20 or something.
no, but
like,
still, you came with people, no? You came with people, no?
yeah.
So there's no way that I'm coming with my homies, and at any point of the night I see that he's visibly super turned and he's walking out, and I'm not at least like attempting to figure out where he's. There's no way I'm letting you just leave.
Apparently, I just left and no one saw.
No one saw.
A lot.
There's that's what I'm
lot.
saying. There's no way that no one saw you leave.
No, but
Shit friends. There's no way. that
Yeah, impossible. There's that. If I was there, that's impossible. That would have never happened.
Zoe's still dying.
Because how the hell did you end up? Like, where were you even? And how did you end up on a bench outside of Tim Hortons? Like, do you know
Because
how-
his friends
I'm
didn't
sorry.
wrangle him up.
Do you know how crazy it would be to wake up and you're outside on a bench?
I'd be so tripped out.
Guys, I would have a mental breakdown. Did you have a mental breakdown? Because I would have a mental breakdown.
I got a diagnosis after. What do you mean?
When you had to, oh, what? You thought you were like wilding? Like
No,
mentally unstable?
Yeah, I got a
'Cause I
diagnosis
mean-
after that. Yeah.
That's fair. Because, like, what? But you were just drunk.
No, it was like really like upset. There was like a lot of things that like motivated me to drink that way that night, and I don't do that. Like,
And did
I'm not
anyone-
an alcohol vices person, you know.
Right.
Like I'm not. So it was one of the most out of character moments of my life.
And did any of your friends know that you were going through any of this
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
See, there's no way. There's no way,
Your
bro.
friends aren't good people.
There's
Yeah.
no way I'm letting that happen if I'm one of your
Your
friends.
friends aren't real.
And your friends knew?
There's no way.
One person do.
There's no way I'm letting you walk out that door.
So you were going
No
through
way.
a hard time and you drank through it and ended up there and no man came to save you?
Or even if you left, I would have at least attempted to find you.
Yeah.
You would have had 70 missed calls from me.
Were you doing other stuff besides drinking?
No.
Just straight alcohol?
God.
You would have had 70 missed calls from me.
Tresor 70 in red is crazy.
Yeah, because there's no like
But that I
I'm
agree
not,
with that. Yeah.
I'm not,
One thing about me, I will never leave my friends drunk. Like whoever I came with is coming home with me unless I see you go somewhere and like I know you're okay and I put you in an Uber or whatever. But yeah, no, that's not flying.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know how to tell this story and be fun in Relentless
Yeah.
Diaries and stuff. But yeah,
Because it's sounding a lot darker than it seems.
yeah, well, it is. But like I don't know, like what we're talking about, like touching the stove and just be okay. I'm never going anywhere near anything
yeah.
that is on that. But like, I think it's funny that like I even ended up like that at all because I'm not like.
No, it's not funny.
I'm-
I mean, it's funny because
No, 'cause I'm
like,
not a
just the
person.
thought of like being outside of Tim Hortons out of all. It's like The Hangover. You wake up on the roof.
It
right?
was like The Hangover.
but that's crazy.
Yeah, it was
though.
like The Hangover.
Yeah. That's wild. But I feel like not just
But they were roofied though. They weren't even on alcohol. They were like on drugs in The Hangover. So like that is worse. Like to have that effect with alcohol, which is definitely possible. It's just like, yo.
probably not.
Well, I mean, if he woke up on a bench of Tim Hortons, I'm sure he doesn't remember how much alcohol he had that night, Trey.
Do you think it's possible that you got drugged?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well that's different.
Yeah, like
That's
I don't know if that was the case, but like that was the first thing I thought actually was that I got
You
drugged.
got drugged.
Yeah,
It's
that
possible.
really was the very very first thing I thought.
It's possible.
That definitely makes a lot. I mean, I don't know how alcohol affects people differently, but I think that makes more sense.
And I do know of somebody that was there that, not that they have a history of it, but if someone were to, I don't know. I have pieces.
It's possible.
You have a suspect of someone who
I have
might
a
drugged
suspect.
you?
I definitely have a suspect of that. If that were the case, but I also don't like people black out. Apparently, apparently this is another thing that happens. People just forget large blocks of time in their life when they drink.
Yeah, that's
Happened to me once, and it never happened again.
That's happened to me. I just feel like I think the deterrent from getting super blackout drunk, the older you get, is like the recovery process.
Oh,
gets
yeah, the recovery is
harder.
nasty.
My
and
my recovery
harder.
process was a psychologist, therapist combo, and medication, and I got a diagnosis.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's definitely
Like I
necessary.
I can't drink like I used to drink when I was 21.
Absolutely not.
No way.
Absolutely
it wouldn't
not.
work.
No.
I have to like
That's
now
why I said 22. I'm like,
Word.
okay, I found out.
now when I drink, I have to prepare for the recovery. Like I have to have a Gatorade or like a Pedialyte, have some Advil handy just
Yeah.
in case. Because when I wake up, I don't know how I'm gonna feel.
Yeah, on Sunday I went to Manifesto and did like a collab party with Girls Love Rooftops, that party from Atlanta, and there was a lot. Like I literally like I went and gave my friend my keys. Like I just knew immediately like, yo, I'm not driving home. Like this, like you have to drive home because I already knew I had like 6 or 7 shots of tequila. I had like 3 or 4 margaritas. I was like, yeah, like it's curtains for me.
I'd only tell this story concussed.
Yeah, yeah. So I just knew right away that like I was gonna be wasted. But I literally like I got in the car, I immediately drank water, and like I went home and I had to eat, and like I have like a regimen now. When I drink, I'm like, okay, you gotta go home, you gotta drink water, you gotta drink a Gatorade, you gotta put something in your stomach,
Yeah.
drink more water, and then take a Tylenol and go to sleep.
For sure.
That's my regimen.
Yeah.
If I don't do all of those, are you okay? If I don't do all of those steps, then I'm literally like gonna die. Are you sure you're good? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've started to do that too. I need the Gatorade. I need food, but I feel like when you're drunk, buying food, like you're
It's
just gonna
bad.
do that automatically.
Have you ever been drunk on a date?
No.
Like later on, like not first date, but like dates later. I've definitely been a little tipsy on dates.
No,
Like,
never.
you mean like getting drunk before you meet the person?
No, like together
On the date, like you went out and you got drunk at the restaurant.
on the date. Yeah.
Maybe not
I've done
drunk, but maybe a little buzz, a tipsy. Like, you
I
could have
definitely-
a couple drinks. Not drunk though. Like, that's
never.
expensive.
Yeah. But,
That is expensive. You're
Actually, I
out.
don't know. A bottle of
but
wine.
yeah,
You
but
can-
if you go to like
2
if
bottles
you go to
of wine.
Neho in Toronto on King Street and they have $5 tequila shots during happy hour, you're definitely getting drunk on a date.
No, but I've done
Or
a date like
half-price
that
tequila
where we
shots.
just went crazy on happy hour, and I think it was like a lot of drinks between both of us. And like I don't know, it's hard to get drunk, off of.
Not really.
Wasn't doing
Give me
shots
6
though.
or 7 shots
You'd have
of
to do
tequila.
shots.
Yeah, you have to do shots. To
Yeah,
get
give me
drunk.
if you
And
go to
that's-
happy hour, half price shots. Give me like 4, 5, 6. I'm definitely getting drunk. It's like,
Yeah,
that's
I wouldn't
literally
really
what it
do
is.
that because I probably drove.
What's like the worst thing that could happen on a date?
There's a lot that you're traumatized. I wanted to do
I
like
think
a
shitting yourself is the worst thing that could happen.
shitting yourself.
100%. To me, that's the worst thing that can happen on a date.
Uh,
What is
I don't
worse
know.
than shitting yourself on
I
a
don't
date?
know if that's the worst because I could just remove myself from that situation.
But I see doo-doo on your pants.
No, I shit myself in front of you. There's no way that someone's shitting themselves in front of you, or like
it's
that
very
you
possible.
know, you know
What if you
that
thought
they're
you had to
shitting.
fart and then it's shit?
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that.
I think you would know.
You wouldn't know that
I
because
think I
as
would
soon
know.
as I felt the shit, I'm leaving. I would have said nothing. I'm like, yo, I would have ran. I would have just ran.
You can't just leave.
No, or at least to the bathroom. I would have ran. You would not have known that I shit myself. There's no way you would have known that.
I think you're underestimating, like, shitting yourself. I think it's not hard to know if someone shit themselves. Between the odor and the...
But that's what I'm saying. How long am I sitting in front of you with shit in my pants that you
but
smell the odor?
Okay, but how quickly do you think you're getting up?
Instantly. As soon as it comes out, I'm getting up.
What if we're like, she's like, oh, yo, gotta go? Like, oh, I'll be right back? Like, how do you, like, without making it look weird, like, how do you get up?
There's no talking. I'm gone.
Yeah, I just have to get up.
That looks crazy. Imagine me like, oh, yeah, so when I was younger, and you're...
Or yeah.
Myself, I'm gone.
Or just be like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, I'm getting up.
Where does this happen though? Like on a Dave and Buster's date or something?
Yeah, I don't
It could
get
be
that.
Dave and Buster's. It could be out for dinner. If you're
Rec
like
room.
at a rec room, oh yeah, it's curtains for you.
But also, no, but
the movies is also crazy.
That's horrible.
For movies, it's worse
Because you have to
gotta
get
sit
through
there.
you have to get
everyone.
through. Oh
No,
and then
but
the
I
doodle
also-
stain is sinking in before you get to. Oh yeah, curtains.
But I'm not
If
jacking
you're wearing
that.
gray sweatpants, it's curtains.
But I'm not jacking that because also as an adult, you would feel this. And even if you said, yeah, what if you think you had to fart? As an adult, you should know if you're trying to let a fart off in public, you can't just 100% just force it out. You have to see what it is first.
You gotta do like 40%.
A little bit, like you have to like test it. You
check
have
the
to test
temperature.
it. You have to test
the
it first.
temperature of the fart is crazy.
Because
What are
even
we
if it's-
doing?
What are we talking about right now?
How did we
Nah,
get here?
How do we get here?
No,
bro?
because these are real life lessons that you have to teach the youngers. Because even if it's just a fart, I'm not about to just let out a crazy fart in front of you. I'm not. You have to ease it out. So there's no way I'm shitting myself because I would feel it.
This episode's one big fever dream to me. What? But you're right. You're absolutely right. Just right. Yeah,
This is
you
true.
do need to feel it out. You can't just
I never 100% my
Can't
farts
pull the
unless
trigger,
I am
like, just-
completely alone.
haymaker like.
And even then, I think maybe I maybe get like
You can't.
85%.
Yeah. You still can't 100% it
100% of fart is crazy. People who just
You
be
don't
in-
know what it is.
You be in dudes' beds.
people who just
letting it go.
I've definitely farted in a man's bed before.
You said that. We made a clip about
Yeah,
it.
for sure. But like, come on,
It's crazy.
everyone farts in the morning.
What's another bad thing on a date?
I think
Well,
shit.
I
I,
feel
don't
like-
think anything's worse than
No,
shitting
I
yourself.
think there's worse because, like I was saying,
Worse
you can
than
escape.
pooping your
You can
pants?
escape a shit scenario.
Okay, so give me something worse than pooping your pants.
Getting in a car accident.
That's not worse than pooping your pants.
Yes, it is.
I don't
If
think
you
so.
if it's the
Yes, it is.
accident's your
If
fault.
me and you are in a car and I'm driving and we get in a car accident,
Like if someone hits us, that's just
I hit a car. We went on a date and we're driving to the date and I hit a car bad. Like this is not a dinger where we could drive away. We have to stay here until the tow truck comes, the police come, and we have to exchange information. And now you're standing here on the side of the road with me, watching me stressed, giving this man my information. I think that's worse than shitting yourself because there's nowhere you could go. You can't go anywhere
And then
unless
you
I
pooped
like
yourself in the
call
accident.
you a Uber.
you pooped yourself in the accident.
Double homicide.
What happens to you in the accident does matter as well. If we had a bad accident
Yo.
and now like
If we had an accident and then that, not only did you crash the car, then you pooped.
It seems like an acceptable situation to do that though.
Now we're in a macho car. And then,
I would never see that girl again.
oh God, you'll never see me again. Oh Jesus Almighty, you'll never see me again. Pooped in the car. The car is crashed.
The crash forced it out 100%. That's tough, bro.
You didn't have time to check the temperature.
That's tough.
T-bone someone.
This was on the impact. Boom.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now you have a concussion too.
Oh God.
But what's worse though?
Definitely the poop.
No, what's worse? Like, if you get in a car accident and you shit yourself, or it's one of those car accidents where you end up like you're upside down in the car and you have to like crawl out the car.
I think shit yourself.
I think shitting yourself is worse.
Then ending up like that? We're talking about death now.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
but I'm
what are you talking
saying,
about?
like,
He's not.
No.
in regards to like,
No.
Are you saying that,
I would
that
rather
dying
shit
is
myself.
not as bad as
no,
shitting
not
yourself?
dying. No, you didn't die. I'm saying I would rather shit myself in a car accident than flip the car with us
That's
in it.
crazy.
no, I think no because my thing
Have
is
you ever
like
flipped the car?
my thing is
like,
yeah.
you-
My thing is like
Bro.
if you flip the car, it's scary.
Yeah.
We're both alive, and I'm saying like, oh my God, this is like a very like crazy moment or whatever. But like, why did you poop? Like, why?
Your body does
to
things you can't control.
I think it's like to me, we obviously couldn't control us flipping this car. This is just a very traumatic. Like, I'm never gonna blame you. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, we're upside down. Like, I'm not gonna look at you crazy. I'm gonna look at you crazy if you pooped. 100%. Like, I would never side at you for us being upside down. We just got in a really bad accident. But if you shit. I'm sorry that you 100. Like, why would you do that? Like, why did you do that? Like, the impact was so hard that you just your pants, and now you have gray sweatpants, and now there's doo-doo back, and now the police are talking to you, and there's doo-doo stains.
Yeah, you gotta like, talking to the police with
Doo-doo stains on your Nike tag.
You gotta just call her an Uber and send her home. She can't witness this.
Yeah, and it's done.
You gotta go.
I mean, I already witnessed it. Like
So
I
is
said,
that
incorporating pooping your pants in anything makes the situation
okay? So let's
100
take
times
that
worse.
out. So let's take the shitting out. What's worse, getting in a car accident or being on a date and coming back outside and your car got towed?
Car accidents worse. Car accidents worse because now our safety is involved. Car got towed is kind of like
you can Uber home. Yeah, you could notice that before she does.
Car
and call an
towed
Uber,
is pretty bad too.
it is, but I mean, I would just go with you to get the car back. Like, all you do
But
is
what do you mean? But we don't know where it is. You have to
yeah.
find
There's,
it.
no, there's always a sign that says
Not
call-
always.
Really? There's usually a sign that says call this number, whatever.
When my rental got towed at Runyon Canyon and we were with the shorties, there was no sign anywhere.
Did I tell you my car got towed in LA?
Nah.
Yeah, when I went to LA, our car got towed. And I think I had my bro, I'm like, Chisor literally warned me
I
about
told you.
this.
Yeah.
We had to pay like 450 USD to get the car back.
Yeah.
I was sick.
They're running an
They're
operation over
running
there,
a
bro.
nasty operation. Bro, I never felt my heart drop so aggressively. Like, we got back to the parking lot, and I was like, where's the car? And I'm looking at the spot, and the spot's just empty. And I'm like, I parked there. Where's the car? And there's a sign that's like, oh, towaway zone, blah, 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 call this number. And there's other people coming back. They're like, yo, where's our car? Like, we were not the only people whose car
They
got
do
towed.
a sweep. When
It's
they told, they do a
nasty,
sweep.
man. It is nasty.
I didn't
work.
realize that's like trauma for some people because I've been with people where like we leave and like we're going back to their car and we can't find their car and they're like, really, where's the car? Where's the car?
Sure.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
we parked here. The car is here. Relax, but I realized
now I
yeah,
have towing
Yeah.
PTSD.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
something I
shut-
thought
It's
about.
crazy.
It
Like,
happens.
literally, where's the car?
All right, so what's worse? You sitting at the dinner table, you're on a date, and for some reason maybe you had some bad shrimp, you can't hold it, and you throw up on the table, or all of your cards getting declined.
Throwing up on the table is worse. Cards getting
Two people
declined is
said
worse.
cards, one person said throwing up. All of your cards got declined.
All the cards, that's
All the
worse.
cards
Yeah,
got declined.
all the
Then
cards.
throwing up on a table?
Because I can be sick.
You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
You said it's natural causes.
But you could doo-doo because you're sick too.
Nah, man. I don't know. Just to me, like, seeing someone, like, having someone see me in such a physical, vulnerable state of throwing up, like, that is
You're-
crazy.
oh,
Like,
you're
I never
traumatizing me.
want my man or maybe my man is different. 'Cause, like, you know, by that time we're comfortable around each other. But, like, if it's like a first, second date, and I threw up on, like, you just see me just, like, on the table.
I saw this happen at a restaurant I worked at.
Someone threw up on the table?
They didn't throw up on the table, but they were on a date and they threw up, and it was a shrimp spaghetti. Like that.
Oh.
Damn.
I don't want to be graphic about it, but yeah, it was one of the worst things that I've ever had to deal with.
That's nasty.
I don't know. I don't even know which one I would choose. It depends. It depends who I'm with. Also,
Every card declining? Every single one.
it depends who.
How
I'm
many
with.
cards are there? 2, 3?
4.
4. Oh.
That's no.
Four-
That's,
No, I mean,
that's
a
a nightmare, man.
At
Four of
that
the
point,
cards
I have
declined.
to just blame the machine.
Yeah, I mean, no, the machine is
yeah,
broken.
you gotta blame the machine.
This
yeah,
has to be
You
the-
can maybe like get the like you the blame machine on that. But then how are you paying? You're looking at her, and what if hers works? Huh?
I'd be like, no, yeah, I know. At that point, I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna call my bank because something must be wrong. They must have locked my account.
What if the cards are with different banks though? Like one's RBC, one's Scotiabank, one's BMO.
Yeah, it's like no, they froze my assets for something. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to figure this out because this doesn't make
Froze my
sense.
assets is insane.
Yeah, like
Froze.
I would think of something. I would think of something. I don't know. That's tough.
I mean,
Cards declining is horrible. Yeah, that's like a.
All right. Also, next, would you rather be on a date and your crazy ex walks in and sees you, or their crazy ex walks in and sees you?
I'd rather my crazy ex.
yeah, I think.
Their crazy ex is a man. This could be a thing, you know. My crazy ex is, I'll get a text about it later.
So you'd rather your crazy ex?
Yeah.
No, like they came up to the table.
Oh, your crazy ex, like creates.
They didn't
like
just
a
see
thing.
you. Like, yeah, they came up to the table and now it's a thing.
Yeah, I'd rather theirs. Cause like this is now I'm responsible for this man coming to the table making us look crazy. At least if it's a girl, it's like, bro, tell this bitch to move. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I'd
I'd probably.
rather
I don't know, because you could, as a guy, you could play the yo, this girl's crazy card a little bit easier, and it'll probably be less chance of violence.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's
And
what
if
I'm
it's a
thinking about
guy-
right now. Like, yeah, I don't want to have to fight in the restaurant.
That's fighting over the spaghetti is crazy. Getting wiped across a charcuterie
But do men
board.
still fight other men for girls nowadays? I feel like not
Yes,
really.
Huh. Yes.
If I see my ex, I
Like square up.
They might deliver it in a different way. Like they're not gonna say, "Oh, you're with my ex, let's fight." But a man might cause a fight with someone.
you might
and
pay
that's-
for the bill and then send a note over
that's
saying,
the
"Don't
root
fret,
reason.
my nigga." You know.
No,
But
like,
I'm saying, do men
On some
really
mall shit.
fight over women anymore? Like,
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they do.
That will be the root reason, but they might find another reason to fight. Like a man might see me in the club and he doesn't like me because I'm with his ex, and
Right.
we're walking by each other and he purposely bumps me. So now we have static to start a fight.
Some of the
okay,
biggest
okay.
feuds in pop culture are over a woman.
Yeah.
like what?
It's always
Drake and Chris Brown.
women or money. Those are the two
How
reasons
long?
that guys
Drake
fight.
and Kanye.
Drake and Kanye are beefing over a woman? What are
Yeah,
they
and that's
beefing over?
juicy. That something just happened with that too. This
What?
dude totally ignored this woman as he's walking up the thing.
Did he ignore her?
He doesn't look at her.
No, they looked at each other.
I don't think he looks at her. I think you don't really like.
He didn't really.
People
stop.
are saying that he breezed her.
Honestly, I won't lie. I expected him to like kind of stop and engage, maybe give her a quick side hug, but he didn't really.
But we don't know at what point that was. Like he could have seen her already, and he's just
That is
walking.
true. That is true.
Even like if they were backstage or something. I don't think that's his first time seeing her in the
Yeah.
building that day.
Kim Kardashian was giddy on that.
She
on
looked
that
good.
floor. No, she did
looked
look good.
fantastic.
She looked good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't
she
she
has,
like 40 something?
yeah, but I mean, she has the money to literally
Still,
manufacture.
there's a lot
her
of people
face.
who had the money and don't look good.
That is true. I feel like most people who look good don't have money.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how the game works.
Have you tried the filter on TikTok where it shows you what you look like if you're old?
No, and I don't think I want to.
It's tough.
Yeah,
And they did
not
it
on
with
TikTok.
and they did it with pictures of celebrities and like it was accurate. So I was like, damn.
Would you?
this is
Oh,
not
I've
looking
seen
good
that
for me.
before. I've seen that before.
Oh, you never tried it?
No.
Oh,
Have
fuck,
you?
I'm gonna find it.
Oh God. Have you guys like? Would you do like plastic surgery?
Nah, I don't think so.
For what?
Like, would you do like Botox or like?
No. If I get old, I look old. Like,
Yeah.
although I don't know.
I think a lot of men
I'm
are
half
maybe
white though,
na-
so like I'm scared
you
about.
might age like milk.
Yeah, I'm scared.
But a lot of what's it called? A lot of men now are what's it called? Doing the
That's how you're gonna look when you're 85.
85? Okay, that's not bad. I can do this at 85. This is kind of cute at 85. I'm not gonna hold you. Maybe a couple. What's it called? Huh? No, a couple injections to fix these lines. This is not bad for 85 though.
Yeah, hers isn't bad. I look like Bill Cosby.
Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? Sorry. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Look at me.
You do look like Bill Cosby.
Don't share your drink with him.
What was I saying?
Oh man. Yeah, no, it's gonna catch up to me real bad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So would you guys do like Botox or anything like that? Because I feel like a lot
I
of
don't
men
think
now
so.
are like, my cousin does Botox, and he's like a straight man. He's like, yo, like yeah. certain
I'm okay
things-
with getting wrinkly.
Yeah, he's
if
like,
I get
certain
old.
I don't
things
know
just
about
can't-
Botox.
Well, Botox just like freezes your face, right? So you don't get like
The only surgery
lines and
I
stuff
can
like
think of, and it's only because I'm like really blind, is
LASIK.
Yeah, but I'm also scared too. Like,
That's not plastic surgery though.
yeah,
I'd do the-
That's the
I-
only surgery procedure I could think to enhance myself that I
Yeah,
would
that you would do?
Yeah.
I'd do the hairline transplant
Really?
if my hairline got like crazy.
Is your hairline bad though?
Nah, I have a big forehead, but it's not like ridiculous.
At what age do you feel like you would do it?
That's the thing, because I think you get to an age where you shouldn't care how you look anymore. Like when you're
No,
old.
you should always care how you look.
Like if your hairline
No, I
starts going
mean
at
to the
50,
point where you
like-
want to modify yourself. If I'm 85, why am I getting plastic surgery?
Yeah.
I'm done.
That's fair.
It's over.
Yeah. I think I would do maybe like I don't want to do. I'd maybe do like a little like filler, like you know how they do inject the blood? Like you get your blood taken out and then they inject it back or whatever. They do like the blood facials. I do like stuff like that.
But that's not a surgery though. That's a facial. That's just a
But
form
don't
of a
they
facial.
inject it? Do they inject it or do they put it like on top?
No,
The
it's
vampire-
like
I think
little.
maybe
It's
it's a
like
vampire
little
facial.
needles, but I don't count that as plastic surgery.
Yeah. I would maybe do Botox too. Just to like, if I have any like extra lines, I might just add a little,
I don't know.
fill it in.
Dudes are getting DBLs.
What are
I'm too
DBLs?
scared of that.
They're
Dick-
getting dick enlargement surgeries.
What
I'm
are they
too
enlarging
scared
it
of
with? Because BBL's fat. BBL, they take fat from like your mid area or whatever, put in your ass. What are they enlarging your penis with?
See, I'm not a medical professional, so don't quote me on this. But like, I feel like I've heard about these procedures and stuff, like on the shows, like the A&E shows, where they would talk about crazy procedures people get, and they would say that there's like extra in you that
And they just pull it out.
yeah, and they bring it and they use that extra.
I've heard about no, like biologically that is
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
There's extra what?
Like your piece,
Shafts.
it goes in. Like the muscle that is your wee wee,
Right.
it doesn't end right here. Like there's more.
Oh.
So they
So
just
as
like
a man, why don't you
pull
use
it
your
out.
full wee wee?
What? Because it's not in your. Because you can't pull
As
it
a
out.
man, why are you only half your wee wee out?
Because that's how God made us.
As a man, you should be able to pull it out yourself.
That's like saying
I
as a
need
woman.
Dr. Luke.
That's like saying as a woman, why can't you reach up into your own coochie and pull the baby out?
I don't think it's the same.
Even just making the comparison to say this sounds crazy.
Making the comparison to what?
Just out loud, that sounds scary.
It does sound scary.
I would never do anything that has to do with my piece. That's too.
Yeah, like,
I can't
that's
take
fucked.
the risk of malfunction. That's tough.
What would you do if your pieces couldn't get hard anymore?
Is there surgeries if that happens to you that like you can like erectile
I'm
dysfunction?
sure
No, there is.
surgery?
I'm sure
Actually,
there's
is
so
there?
My
many.
homegirl works at a place where they do facials and stuff, but they also do, I think it's like some sort of shock therapy where guys who have erectile dysfunction will go and kind of try to like
Shock it back
spark
up.
the nerves back again. It's a real thing. And she said a lot of people go.
They do that.
Well, I mean, erectile dysfunction is very prominent. Like a lot of men cannot, and women blame themselves, but a lot of men, especially some young men, have erectile dysfunction. Y'all be drinking lean and smoking weed and y'all cannot get it up.
There's a lot of dudes that they're saying like the enhancement performance things, the blue
Viagra's
chews
and the blue chews and the honey packs.
honey packs and stuff. Apparently, like they're saying that the biggest
It's not
consumers
good,
are
yeah.
young men.
Absolutely,
using
they
those
are,
things.
and
It
they
is.
shouldn't be.
And I blame society and women
Why are you blaming society?
And women.
because the pressures on young men to perform in the bedroom have driven them to taking perks before they have sex so they can last long.
Fair.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Because when you're young, you're not supposed to take those things.
No, absolutely
Any
not.
sort of enhancements, you're not supposed to do that. I did it that one time for research purposes.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I'm,
besides that,
I'm curious.
And
Like I am
for
curious. Like
research
like
it was for research. I think you'll survive if you did it once. You'll survive. But one of my friends, he said he went to like get a Viagra, and the pharmacist even told him like, "Yo, you're a young man. Like, I'm not supposed to be giving this to you, but I'll give it to you this one time. But just know, like, you're not like this cannot be a regular thing. It's not good for you."
Why is your friend getting Viagra?
Because he wanted to make sure that he performed well for his girl. I think it was like his anniversary. They were going somewhere, and he had a couple
The fact
issues.
that you guys are dying is crazy.
I think he had some issues recently, like beforehand, and he wanted to make sure that there was no issues. Once again, just societal pressures.
How old is he?
He felt that he was young. He was young.
Like early 20s?
Yeah, he was young. He just wanted to make sure that there was no room for error.
Buying a Viagra in your early 20s is actually kind of sick. I'm not going to hold you.
I didn't know that like they could like let. I didn't think they would.
You can't. You're an adult. You can.
But like I don't know. If you're young as hell, I'm like.
But that's how shook he was, that he wanted to make sure that nothing went wrong, that he bought a Viagra. Societal pressures, man.
Very much so. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's definitely not good.
No.
But before, oh my God, we have two things to do before we wrap up. The first thing is, oh my God, first of all, okay, this is going to sound crazy. I used to love the movie The Blind Side.
Oh man.
I
Really? Like you?
Well, it came out when I was fairly young. How old?
Okay.
When did The Blind Side come out? We were
We were
young.
young.
Okay.
Did you
yeah,
know
fair.
today's the 20th anniversary of the first Cheetah Girls movie? 20 years.
That's disgusting. Well, that makes sense because I was 7 when it came out.
20 years?
Yeah.
That
Wait,
movie's still a
2009. So I
banger.
was what, like
14, 13.
no,
2009? Yeah, you're like
14.
between 12 and 14.
12, yeah,
depending
12
how old
or
you are.
14, 15, yeah.
Yeah, 12 or 13. Because 14, I was 2010. So yeah, 13, 2009. Yeah, so I used to like The Blind Side. Like, I thought it was a cute little movie, blah, blah, blah. But you know when things change as you get older?
Yeah.
As I got older, I remember I watched it on the plane maybe like a couple years ago, and I was like, what the hell is this movie? Like, this is like some like weird, like
Some
white
white
savior propaganda. Like, why are they portraying this black man like that? And it turns out, and this is fairly true, like, or I don't know how true, but everyone's reporting on it, that Michael Orr, who The Blind Side is about, the football player, he's suing the 2 white people who adopted him because he said he was never legally adopted. They tricked him into signing a conservator document.
Which is
And
what
what is that?
What Britney
Basically
Spears
what
was
Britney
saying.
Spears is in.
Like a 360 deal on your life.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like
'Cause
they
knew he
make
was
money.
going league?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So they're conservatives for his wealth and his fortune. And he's suing them to get access back to all of his money. And apparently they made like millions of dollars off of royalties for the Blind Side movie.
Like leveraged the contracts and stuff in their favor.
And he didn't really see much of the money from that movie. And he said that movie negatively impacted his NFL career because, in the movie they make him seem dumb. Like he literally seems like this.
They're like,
dumb-
you got to protect her. And he's like, he knew how to play football and was playing high school football before they even met him. So like, it really portrayed him in like
it was the
negative way.
weirdest thing. But I used to love that movie as a kid, and then I also loved Sandra Bullock. Like Sandra Bullock won an
Sandra Bullock's
Oscar.
catching strays for no reason because of this.
Does she deserve to catch strays though?
No,
I mean,
she
she's
played
an
a
actress. She
role.
played a role.
And
Like,
then people
why-
are kind of
now why
saying,
am I in it?
apparently she wasn't going to take the role and then met with the white woman who she was portraying and
Oh,
then got
yeah.
convinced by this woman. And people are saying like, oh.
And didn't she win an Oscar from that role? I heard.
Yeah.
Or an award or
that
something.
movie was Oscar nominated at the very least. I don't know if it won, but.
I just think I think so many things are a crazy turn of events. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like the 2020s.
That's
like,
a genre of
things-
movie, though. There was a lot of movies like that back then.
The white savior movies.
Yeah, and like Freedom Writers and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Isn't what's the one? Oh no, Coach Carter's what's what I'm thinking of? Maybe it's Freedom, right? Is that the one with the girl with the teeth?
Hilary Swank?
What?
Yes, Hilary Swank.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Freedom-
you're
it's
right. Okay, I'm
Freedom
The
thinking
girl
of
with
that
the
one.
teeth.
Hilary Swank's teeth are like they're very like prominent teeth. Like
I've never
people
noticed
who
that.
talk with their teeth, like Kerry Washington.
Yeah.
Hilary Swank is one of those people. Like she talks with her teeth outwards.
Michelle
I've
Obama.
never noticed that.
Oh my God, Michelle Obama talks with her teeth. You're not a teeth talker though. It's
No,
when
I'm
like
saying I've never noticed.
it's when you really like emphasize your teeth when you're talking.
Yeah.
Like Kerry Washington in Scandal was like this.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. But Hilary Swank, do you remember the episode of The Office where they did this debate of Hilary Swank? Do you watch The Office?
I haven't seen every episode of The Office.
Are you
like
guys
that.
serious?
I watched it like I know The Office. But
It's a great show, but there's an episode
Not
where
every episode,
they
though.
debate if Hilary Swank is hot or not. And the whole episode is based around The Office debating if she's hot or not. And they're like split 50-50. And they're trying to like pull people on the side to like convince them if she's hot. Do you watch The Office, Trey? Yeah. Have you seen the episode of The Office where they debate if Hilary Swank is hot or not? Yeah. But yeah, because she talks with her teeth.
What's a celebrity that everybody thinks is really, really good looking that you don't really get?
I don't want to say it because I'm a hater.
you always say Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I have a good one for this.
I
but-
don't see it for Michael B. Jordan.
I have one, but I don't want to.
Who is it? Say it.
I don't want to say it.
Just say it. No one knows what your
Say it,
face
you're
is.
off
Say
camera.
it. You don't think
I've
Zendaya's
heard
a-
that before.
I've
Your
heard
cousin-
that.
No, I
I've
don't
actually
think.
heard that from a lot of men, though.
I've
I heard a
heard
lot
that's
of men
crazy,
say
yeah,
that they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
find Zendaya as attractive. People make it seem. But really, you don't think Zendaya's, like, you don't think she's attractive at all? Or just, you can see it, but it's not for you?
I can see it, but it's not for me.
Okay, fair. I can see it.
I don't know. I grew up in like Oakville with a lot of white kids, and they would thirst hard over Taylor Swift.
Ew.
Taylor Swift.
I know. Yeah,
She was never in the elite white
They
girl category.
they loved Taylor.
Oh,
Swift.
also Zac Efron. He is not elite milk.
It's part of the same bag that we're talking about.
Yeah. So many girls. Justin Bieber. I know so many black girls. I've never found Justin Bieber attractive. But he looked like Ellen.
That's funny.
That's a stray.
Yeah, he just to me Justin Bieber looked like a white woman with short hair. Like he was never like attractive man. Like I never think attractive white man. Justin Bieber never came to my mind. Even after all the tattoos then there was one woman like okay, one woman was like okay, he's kind of cute. But after I'm like no, he still looks like a woman to me. Very feminine man, and that's not really my attractive layer. If that makes sense.
I'm trying to think of like
I like them pretty, but not too pretty. Like Justin Bieber looks like he has no hair on his dick.
Huh?
He looks like he hasn't hit puberty yet.
okay.
Like he looks very like always very young and like you know what I'm saying. Like he doesn't have like a very like, you know, he just looks like he has no hair on his penis.
Got you.
Yeah.
Do you think if you were like super, super famous, you would have an astronomical body count? Like these celebrities, they be getting to it. Do you think you'd be one of those guys I have my wife and this is my
No, but
wife?
it would definitely be a lot higher. Yeah, it would be. I don't think it would be ridiculous. Like I wouldn't be in
You think
triple
you would
digits.
touch-
I wouldn't be in triple
You
digits.
don't think you would touch triple digits?
No,
as a
I don't think I
celebrity?
would. I think it would be maybe. No, that's a lot of fucking people, man.
Triple digits.
But when you think about it, the
Fly
amount of
anything.
cities that you're traveling at and the access
What
to
kind
fly
of
people
celebrity? If
to
I'm an
you.
NBA player, maybe
A celebrity that travels a lot. You're an NBA player. You're a rapper.
you're on tour.
Yeah,
I don't
you're-
think I'm touching triple digits. That's
I think
a lot,
you could
man.
easily, as a celebrity, touch triple digits,
I
especially
would.
as an athlete.
I
don't
think so, too.
I would get there.
where'd
though.
you get sushi from? Oh, nice. Yeah,
Subtle flex.
I know, right? Wifey dropped it.
Oh yeah, this is why she's taking care of me.
I feel like triple digits is very easy.
You're touching triple digits if you're a
If I was
celebrity.
a
Just
celebrity,
wear triple digits right now.
that's cap. I'm not even close. Don't put that on my jacket. But I feel like if
Why,
you're
yeah, what are you doing?
like,
What?
if you're
I'm just saying, based on the girls who love Tresor, I would not be. If Tresor
so
told me,
just
he's a-
because they love me, that means I had to
I'm just
indulge
saying,
in all of them.
I'm
You're saying
just saying,
Tresor's a slut. That's
I'm
crazy.
just saying, based on the
I can say
attention
no.
that I see you get, I wouldn't be surprised if you.
It's
told me that it
possible. I
wasn't.
could. I
Exactly.
could very easily have been touching triple digits, but that's not really my thing, you know?
I agree.
That's what I'm
just
saying. Like I wouldn't be in triple digits. That's a lot of people. I like solitude in my alone time and stuff.
I would.
I feel like if I was a celebrity, I would try and get another celebrity wifey. I feel like that would be more what I would be.
Power couple type.
Yeah, I would probably try and gun for that more
feel
than
that.
like just bodies and flyouts and stuff like that. No.
So what do you think you would lean toward? You think you're going actress, singer, model, pro athlete?
Actress, singer would be, yeah.
I think people sleep on the pro athletes.
Yeah.
The guys that have pro athlete, like women,
Corday
wifeys,
is doing great.
Corday's good. Cindy McLaughlin's husband is good.
Rory's doing good.
Rory.
I think Rory's dating a WNBA player.
Rory
I'm
from
pretty
Rory
sure.
and Mal.
I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
There was something about that.
That
I don't
Lexi
know
Brown
if they were
girl?
dating, but there was something with.
Is she black?
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure like that's like
Black
Rory.
women date Rory?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he only dates black girls.
Yeah.
Fiance was Caribbean.
Caribbean or black?
But he dates. He's
Caribbean
no.
or black?
I think she was like Guyanese, but he's been known like that's his thing. Like he dates black girls. Like he likes black
Rory?
girls. Yeah,
The
yeah.
ginger?
Yeah, he likes black girls.
He's literally said, I feel more comfortable around black people than I do white people, and that's.
Yeah, he dates black girls. But
There's
yeah,
a whole public thing with him and his ex, like in
think-
academics and.
I don't remember. I don't really pay attention.
I
that
think
much
I'd
to them.
probably go for the athlete or mod.
Who do you think
I don't know
you-
if I would do model.
Y'all, I don't see you doing a model.
I don't think I would do model. Cause I like people with talents like and abilities. So that's why I lean more towards athletes.
Model's not talent or ability.
But that's not, you don't have a talent. You look good. That's not a talent. It's an asset, but it's not a I wouldn't call it a talent.
If you could like really just like handpick your career and like you're like doing some power couple stuff, what woman would you want to like execute that with? Who do you feel like?
I'd say someone who's more up than me, and it's just like it's easier.
I've thought about this a
Like
lot.
if you get like a Rihanna or a Beyonce or like
That'd be
or a
cool.
Kim Kardashian or someone that's like up, it's way easier to navigate.
I think like you gotta like a politician's daughter, like the Obama
Nah,
system.
nah.
You
I'm
know,
not doing that.
like-
Your life would have to be too secretive. I'm not doing that.
Well, once
Yeah,
you're,
no one's gonna know
not
anything about me.
necessarily.
Yeah,
once you're out of office, then
Yeah,
no.
I'll never hear
But yeah,
nothing
but so
about
then
If
me.
you
what's
date
the-
Obama's daughter now, it's
Secret
calm. He's not
Service
in office.
everywhere.
But
And he
like
can never go
what? But
back.
what are the perks of that though?
Privacy, yeah. What you're saying is a bad thing. No
Well, you're
one
saying-
would-
But there's no, there's privacy, yes, but Obama doesn't have the like Secret Service. So he's not president anymore, and he can't be. He already did 2 terms. So is it really privacy?
I don't know. I feel like Obama's probably got some high end security.
You probably do have security, but I just feel like a politician's daughter like that, I don't think the pros outweigh the cons. Because it's like your life is public, but private to a degree. They obviously have money, but they're not like, I don't think they're like billions up.
Could you be in the royal family
Nah, no.
No.
I feel like
even if they were black?
I feel like there's too many rules.
If there was a black royal family,
Yeah.
it's Afrofuturism.
No, I'm saying, what if the royal
Society
family
be a
was
lot
black?
different.
Could you do what the royal family?
I think there's too many rules. I couldn't
There
do
is-
a
there
royal
is a lot
family.
of
Yeah,
rules.
because if you like turn your back to the queen or something, you like it's like a big disrespectful thing.
Nah,
Yeah, there's so
I'm
many
not doing
little like things with royalty that
No, you're right. You're very right.
I'm not doing that.
Interesting. Okay, to wrap things up, we have so I got a DM. This was actually maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know who this is from. I'm going to protect the innocent and not say their name or their at. This is very long, by the way, so keep
Yo, shout out to people sending us.
bear
their-
with me.
Yeah, I appreciate.
So someone said, "What up, Zoe? I have a bit of a I the asshole dilemma for you to talk about on the pod. I apologize. It is a bit long. What? Hold on. I apologize. It is a bit of a long one, but the details will definitely help. Keep in mind, this all happened right after lockdown. I started dating a girl named Sydney back in July 2021. Things started great, but by early September, she would only really speak to me when she needed money, a ride, or wanted sex. We had multiple arguments about it. While at her apartment, we ended up arguing again, where she told me I needed to shut the F up about it and I should stop being a whiny little bitch. I broke up with her right there. She started calling me names. I collected my things. After no response, she smashed a mirror on the ground, so I got the F up out of there. She tried to convince me to come pick up the rest of my stuff many times. Thankfully, I stuck to my guns and never saw her again. I met my dream girl soon after. I will say her name is Megan, and we hit it off instantly. Fast forward some months, and Megan is a model and gets invited to many fancy parties, promotions, and sometimes I end up being a +1. I found out Sydney started doing OnlyFans after we broke up through a friend of a friend, and it was then confirmed when Megan saw her at an event. Are you skipping up? Okay. At the latest party, about halfway through the night, my girlfriend whispers that my ex was there. We hid on the second floor and enjoyed our night while watching my ex, who was very drunk. My girlfriend went to the bathroom before we left. While talking with her manager, I heard Sydney drunkenly scream my name as she then threw her beer bottle and phone at me. I managed to duck under the bottle, but the phone hit me right in the mouth, cutting my lip. Sadly, the bottle struck Megan's manager below the eye, cutting him badly and needing 11 stitches. As I explained to the officers that we had history, she was arrested. When asked if I would like to press charges, I chose not to. I felt terrible and didn't feel like having anything to do with the situation. Megan believes that I should have pressed charges and that I must still have feelings for her because I didn't. My ideal relationship is now us constantly arguing about it. We have since broken up, but she continues to spread the fact that I chose my ex over her throughout our mutual friends. Am I actually the asshole?
I need some context for this.
So-
I obviously
well, I mean-
you can't see who it is. Is the person black? Word, you're definitely a victim, but is the person black?
I don't
Do you know?
I don't.
Did
I can
you
try to see their
search
profile,
their
but I don't
Instagram?
know. I
This-
think by their name, it's giving black.
This is important because the person black, and is the new girlfriend
yes,
white?
he's black.
Do you
I don't
think
know if they're
Megan
black
is
or-
white? Because I think that
By the way
plays a big
Megan
part
is
in it,
acting, I would think she's white.
right?
Wait, Megan is the new girl.
The new
Sydney,
girl.
you mean?
No, Megan.
Oh,
I feel like Megan's probably white.
and Sydney's not?
I don't know if she's
Sydney gives
but-
me white girl
but that
vibes.
doesn't matter in what I'm saying. But I feel like Megan is white. First of all, bro, you are not the asshole for not pressing charges, and the reason why I say that is because I feel like, especially as black people, if you have a white girlfriend, I don't think she might not understand why you don't want to get involved in any type of way in the with law enforcement or the justice system or in police. Because realistically, I could probably speak for everybody in here. If we were in that situation, we're probably not pressing charges on the girl. Like just because, like, that's just how it, like, that's just kind of how you are. Especially if you're black, you could have done something crazy to me. If my life is not threatened, I'm probably not gonna press charges on you. So no, you're not the asshole. And I feel like she might think, because maybe in her world, if something is done to you, you press charges. Like, that's how she's grown up. She might think you have feelings for her but I don't know. I feel like you have to try to explain to her in some way to see it through your lens. Because I completely understand why he didn't press charges. Like, most guys probably aren't going to.
Yeah.
While most girls probably are.
Right.
So you kind of just have to get her to see it from your perspective. But that's tough depending on the person. But no, you are not the asshole.
I don't think he's the asshole. And I also think, like, what you're saying, like, this is something that I think happening a lot more on social media. Like, if a black woman is wrong, subjecting her to more ridicule or dogpiling sometimes isn't.
Well, yeah.
I'm not with that.
If
You know,
is black, then I can understand why he didn't want to press charges.
yeah,
Because pressing charges on a black woman, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
could be a
That's
little
not
sticky.
something I'd want to.
But also, as a black man, pressing charges on a white woman is also, I feel like it's sticky both sides.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an asshole for not pressing charges.
Me
And
neither.
plus, I don't think his new girlfriend is black. Because realistically, I don't think if Megan is black, I don't think she has an issue with you not pressing charges. Realistic odds are, I don't think she would have an issue because I feel like she'd kind of understand why you wouldn't. But no, bro, you did the right thing. You didn't touch her. You didn't do nothing, and you didn't.
But now
press
Megan
no
is spreading
charges.
lies saying that he's not over his ex because he didn't press charges. Like, basically said, yo, you obviously must still like her because I would have pressed charges on that
Hey,
bitch.
bro, try to explain it to her. If she doesn't get it and it's causing a rift with your relationship, she might not be the one for you.
And if that really is the case, and she's like, that's how she feels, it almost feels like that type of conflict and issue would manifest somewhere down the line in your relationship
Yeah.
if she's not on your side for that, you know?
Fair.
And if she saw what was going on, like she was there the whole time, she saw what happened, I feel like this might not be the first time that she's brought up the ex and like asked if he's had feelings for her. This might just be in her mind like a stamp to say, see, I knew he still liked her.
Right.
I don't think this is the first time that her name has come up in something. Because this would be a very strange, like, me not pressing charges on my ex that attacked me would be a very strange first reason for you to say that I still have feelings for her. Because you saw what just happened.
It's almost like you had these trust issues before, and
Yeah.
like now you just have like a reason to like validate them, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. If she doesn't get it, dump her.
And that's that on that.
I think so. And I feel like this guy,
Dump
he's
her.
probably a nice guy. Like,
Dump
that's
her,
probably why
stars.
he's even asking this question. Because he feels bad that his girl feels bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Because me, no. Like, cut it out. I would literally have to tell her, yo, stop it. Cut it out. Stop
and
it.
yeah, like he's
What is
being
that
nice.
tone?
He's being nice.
No,
that's why I'm
stop
saying
it.
you're a victim, because it's almost like you're like you could
Yeah, you
leave this. Like you did everything you could right that in your control.
Exactly.
So no, man.
How did I get attacked and my girl's mad at me?
Because you didn't press charges.
Like, come on. Come on.
I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm
I
just
know,
saying, I
but
don't
like,
agree. I'm
come
just saying.
on. That sounds ridiculous.
People that just want punishment
I
and
think
punitive
it
things
seems
to happen.
like he just wanted to be done with the situation and said, you
Yeah.
know what? Like, leave it alone, whatever,
That is very reasonable.
Yeah.
Nah, you didn't do anything wrong, bro.
He said he felt terrible and didn't feel like having anything to do with her or the situation anymore, so he didn't bother to press charges.
That makes sense. Someone he got bust in his lip. Someone else had to get 11 stitches.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Pressing charges would almost be more indicative, of still having like feelings. Like,
And
oh,
now-
I really gotta get her. Like,
that's
you know, if you don't
long.
even care enough to press charges, like that should be.
And now you got to go to court and you got to see her again.
I wanna do
and-
that process.
Yeah. That's
that.
fair. That's fair.
I'm not going to court if I don't have to. I don't care what it is. If it's a parking ticket, a speeding ticket, I'll take the L. I'm just
Off
going
the
to pay it.
strength of that alone, just like if she really deserved it and it was bad, like I don't want to go to court, bro.
Facts.
I don't have to pay for a lawyer and all that. Fuck
Jury
that.
duty, parking ticket. I don't want to go.
Jury, dude, you're not in the jury. You're not. in
Yeah, if I
jury.
get chosen for jury duty, I don't want to go.
But you wouldn't get chosen for jury duty on your own case.
No, I just mean in general.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start showing my biases.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well,
For
yeah.
sure.
If you tell them that you have racial biases, you automatically won't get
Or
chosen.
I will get. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I don't
Just
get
show
selected.
them a clip from the podcast. But this is me. Do you want me on this show?
It's gonna be really hard for me to get it off.
Or it depends who. It depends who's on. Do they tell you what the case is about before they
No,
pick you?
no, they just screen you, and then you find out once you like
Yeah.
agree or once you pass the jury
I'm gonna
evaluation.
not pass on purpose.
Yeah.
But isn't that illegal? To try and
No, but they screen you though.
But if,
They-
let's say if you don't pass the screening, like if I say like I'm a racist or I'm sexist, then yeah.
getting in there like I'm not fond of the whites. Just letting you know.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I do not like the white folks in a room full of white people. But anyways, guys,
Full
all right.
transparency.
You need to go to the doctor.
Yeah, the fever dream episode.
Yeah, you've been fighting for your life. Stop touching your cut. Yeah, let's wrap this up so you can go home. You good?
Gotta go to work
I
tomorrow.
mean, you should
cool.
have ironed your shirt before you left the house this morning, but you know,
I didn't feel like it.
that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
I didn't do that last episode and thought I was gonna get called out.
And my mom is probably why? Is
No, I'm an ironer,
Okay,
but it's
but it's
just
not
today.
today.
I didn't have it in me.
Got it. Okay. Well, everyone, thank you for listening for episode 22 of the Relentless Diaries. We'll see you guys in 7 days next week. Oh, my ears.